All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. There's the buzzer. We're about to get started with warm-ups, waiting on the refs. It looks like Sabres are taking the field. They are wearing white with red accents, so they will be considered the home team for game number 2. Happy birthday to Brody Johnson, the big number 4-7, turning number 1-3 here on his birthday, hoping to turn it around and get a win on the books after the loss to Farmington earlier today. Farmington just won their second game, so they look like they are having a good tournament and getting calls from the refs in their favor. The Stillwater Ponies wearing red with white and black accents lost to Owatonna earlier today, so they're 0-1, just like your Shakopee Sabres. So we have 2 0-1 teams taking on each other in the final game of the night here at the Breezy Point Ice Center. Reffing has been a major consideration in, it seems like, every single game. Farmington, though they won 4-0, was not a fan of the refs in their game, even though they ended up winning. So we'll have to see if we can get a better reffing combo out here on the ice. So we get a fair game between the Sabres and the Ponies. 1:54 left in the warm-ups. We're going to let them watch them warm up, and then we're going to get underway here with game number 2 at the Breezy Point Ice Center. All right, trying to adjust our tripod just a little bit. Breezy Point apparently doesn't like people actually being at their rink. They closed off their telecast booth, put a padlock on it. Apparently said there's high voltage up there. No high voltage, as there was 2 regular 15 amp outlets up there. But apparently they want to host hockey tournaments, but not actually be hospitable to them. So we're going to have a different angle for this game, as Breezy Point does not like people at their rink. So we're going to have a different view, lower angle, and there's the 3-minute warm-up concluding. So the buzzer has gone off. Sabres collecting the pucks as long with the Ponies. Sabres will be wearing mostly white with red accents. Ponies, as you can see, wearing red with black and white accents here in this Game 2 matchup for both teams. Sabres fell to Farmington 4-1 in their first game. Ponies fell 5-0 to Owatonna. So both teams are 0-1 here at the Breezy Point Ice Center.
Today's matchup, Stillwater versus Shakopee. And now the starting lineup for Stillwater. With the goalie number 1, Nolan Johnson.
All right, we're doing opening warm-ups or opening lineups for both teams. There is the Stillwater lineup, and here comes the Sabres. Brody Johnson starting in net on his birthday. We got Liam Esch at center.
9, Grady.
Grady Cheslow at left wing.
Number 46,
Erdahl at defense.
their center, number 73,
Oliver Johnson. And number 98, Clay Violet. There's your starting lineup for the Shakopee Sabres. All right, we're down low and close to the ice, so I'm going to have to pan the camera as best I can since Breezy Point does not want us up in their media perch. 12 minutes on the clock. Period number one about to get underway here from Breezy Point in Breezy Point, Minnesota. The refs look different from game number one, so that will favor the Sabres, as the refs from the last game did not favor the Sabres in any sort of option whatsoever. And here we have Johnson winning it. Split it right between Erdahl and Violet. Violet picks the puck up, misses the puck, now picks it up, sends it to Esch. Esch picks it up along the near boards. Got one pony on him, centered out across the ice, and there's off Erdahl skates. Picks it up, cut inside by Erdahl, now sent away and sent back to Erdahl. And right up, bouncing puck, gets up towards Cheslow. Cheslow first to reach the puck. He tries to center, gets right into Johnson, and in on net, and a whistle and cover, 11-22. Sabres first shot on goal of the game. All right, puck is dropped. Music's still playing for some reason up here in Breezy Point. Shot in towards net. And there it's held in and kept by Lewis. Lewis sent it towards the net. And now held into the zone by Bravo. Bravo sends one right in on net. And now right on the stick of Culver. Culver shot and score for your Sabres. That is Culver with the opening goal at 10:57 of the first period. Sabres on the board, lead 1-0. There's Culver once again at center. He's looked dominant since moving to that position with the new look lineup. Ponies come the other way. Forced to the outside. That's Lewis pushing him outside. And shot well up high and out of the reach by Johnson. Ponies keep it deep in the zone. Centering attempt does not connect with the Pony Red sweater.
Scoring for the Sabres, number 9, Cole Culver. Assistant number 23, Noah Bravo. On the road, 10:57, first period.
All right, Flom playing left wing for the first time this tournament. Shot by the Ponies, dumped in, and now Lewis finds it, sends it up ahead. Tried to get to Bielke. Ponies keep it, and forced to the outside. Culver pressuring, pushes the Pony off the puck. And Ponies march in, and puck is loose in the slot. Push behind. That's Bravo pushing it to the outside. And gets it up to Bielke. Bielke tries to get it up, but Pony's able to keep it in the zone. Bielke able to get it up and down the length of the ice. Ponies pick it up in their zone. Flom pressuring. They are forced to push it up along the boards and now finally do clear it back out of their defensive zone. And march in 3 wide and with speed sends it in. Blocker save by Johnson. And comes out but not up but not out. And here's picked up by Johnson. Oliver, that is. Oliver Johnson marches in. He's got one pony on him. He just shoots it wide and gets it down deep. Kuiper fresh in on the ice as well as Violet, and Pony's able to clear it out quickly at the red line, and now forced wide by Erdahl. Johnson gets it up ahead. Brody Johnson covering the net, hits the side of the net. No need to worry there. Kuiper tries to send it up along the bench of the Sabres, and the Ponies are able to get it deep and push it back behind the goal line. Again, we're at a weird angle because the Breezy Point does not want anyone up in their media perch for some reason. They're saying it is high voltage. There's 115 volt amp, and they have a padlock on it. Here we go. Kuiper picks it up, hits the red line, gets out. He's got Johnson and Erdahl ahead. Kuiper marches in, loses the puck as he steps on the other side of the blue line. Ponies turn it back the other way. Slowed up by Violet. Violet gets a stick on it, and the Ponies reach it at red line and now start going back in. They send it well wide of the net, and Violet will be the first to reach the puck for any team. He sends it up to Chesbo. Chesbo tried to chip it ahead, not able to get it up and out. Ponies hold it at the blue line, just dump it deep in the near corner. There's Lenke, fresh in on the play. Keeps the puck from getting anywhere in front of the net. Ponies cycle it around. Culver, fresh on the ice, picks it up. He's trying to squirt it ahead. Chesbo playing ahead of the play, hoping to pick it up. And that is Culver. Culver springs the puck and well offsides. That should be intentional offsides, but the refs are saying it should go to center ice. Very much intentional offsides, but they're not going to give it to the Sabres there. We have Culver at the dot with Esch and Chesbo left and right of him. Sent in, but not deep enough. Sabres crisscross at the blue line and get it in. Chesbo throws it up and over the goaltender into the near corner here. Esch is attacking the puck. Culver offering support as well as Bravo right here at the blue line. Ponies come out with it. They race the other way. Lewis with great positioning quickly spins it and turns it the other way. He steps up into the play. He's got Culver to support on his right. Lewis on his backhand, spins, turns, dumps it back below the goal line. Culver picks it up. Culver's got Ponies all over him. He tries to center, sends it right out in front of the goal. Bravo shoots one, hits off a skate for the Ponies. And now picked up by Esch. Esch tries to dump it deep and hit the stick of a Pony. Bravo back on the play, able to control the puck and keep it at neutral ice. Again, Culver looking fantastic here in his new role at center with the depleted bench. And stepping around, that's Chesbo. Chesbo all alone. Chesbo, shot, just goes wide. 6 minutes and counting here in the first period. Lewis holds the zone. Ponies try to get it out. Stepping into the play is the Sabres. And now we have a 3-on-0 forming for the Ponies. And that looks like Esch was able to force it into the far corner and make a strong defensive play to keep it out from the slot. Loose out front. Johnson makes a great save, and Bravo cleans that trash up, sends it down the length of the ice, slow. So no icing, 5:28 and counting. Ponies try to get it out of their zone, unable to as Erdahl is there. Now they poke it up and out. Violet gets spun around, and the Ponies off to the races. Ponies meet the maker of Brody Johnson, who sticks his birthday glove out and makes a quality save. Let's throw that graphic up right there. Brody Johnson in net. Huge glove save on his birthday, 5:13. Sabres still lead 1-0. All right, that's Flom bouncing it up ahead and now trickled up ahead. That is a racing, very fast Johnson. Puck stopped on the wrong side of the blue line, and we have an offsides at 5:01 in the first period. All right, Culver Lenke and Kuiper up front. Bravo. Bravo gets pressured right away, and ponies keep it down deep. Ponies center it, try to throw it out there, and that is Lewis slowing up the effort by the ponies. Ponies regain control, try to throw it in, sent well wide of the net. Over to Kuiper along the far boards. Kuiper gets it up. Oh, somehow the ponies resurrect it right at the blue line. Keep it in the zone and on sides. Bravo behind the goal line has one big red pony in front of him. Shot blocked out front. And that is Kuiper finding Culver, and ponies steal it away. Picked up at the blue line is Kuiper and walked in offsides. 4:12 remain first period. Sabres holding on to a 1-0 lead over those Stillwater ponies. All right, Violet tried to spring it over to the side. Violet gets his body in the way, slows up the puck, flips it over to the other side. Oliver Johnson tried to get it up. Esch reverses it the other way. Here it is again now. Violet up to Johnson. Johnson tips it up and in, and that is Chesbo going to work deep in the zone. Violet holds the line at the blue line, set towards the net but wide. Chesbo first to reach the puck. Keeps it deep, and we have a lot of red and white sweaters back there. Out to the point. That was Erdahl sending it in towards the net. Chesbo backhands it towards Erdahl. Erdahl backhands it back towards Chesbo. Ponies all over the puck, and now Erdahl's got some space. He quickly just backhands it back towards Chesbo again. Lots of backhanded passing back and forth. Good work, but let's keep that to practice and not game time. Stolen away by Oliver Johnson. He spins, sends it towards the net, just slightly wide. Stick save by the ponies goaltender. And up and out. Erdahl back already. He's spinning and he's able to hit the blue line and keep it on sides as Oliver Johnson got back to tag up. Played along the ponies bench, picked out from the wall. That is Johnson in with the help of Esch. Esch able to send it back into the near corner and teed up. Oh, Oliver Johnson wanted to send one in. There was Esch sending it towards the net, just slightly missing the target. Erdahl dumps it back down deep. Chesbo centering, tried to connect with Johnson. Erdahl stepping into the play, not quite connecting. He reverses, sends it to the near boards. No one is home over there, so the first one to the races. And ponies send it the length of the ice, icing upcoming. Wow, that was with some aggression. That was iced as hard as you can. 2:13, and we'll have an offensive faceoff coming for your Sabres. See if we can zoom in a little bit here. 2:13 left. 1-0 Sabres lead the ponies here in the last game of the night for the Breezy Point Ice Fest tournament. Sent towards the net, but cleaned up by the ponies' defense. Up and stripped by Lewis. Lewis says that puck is mine. And the ponies say no way and go right back the other way. Shot in on net. Johnson makes a quality save and covers up with a pile up right in front of the crease. 147. Johnson with the quality save. With everyone falling on top of him. That's Culver at the dot. Kind of slaps it forward, hoping to gain control after that. Way over Johnson's head. He reached his arm as far as Go-Go Gadgets could go, and it was still over his head. Ponies keep it deep in that near corner. We got Bielke as well as Bravo battling. There is stolen away by Culver. Culver taps it off the pony's stick. Culver plays it up off the pony's stick. That should be deflected, but the refs are calling it an icing. They're saying ponies didn't touch it. 1:21 left in the first period. You're watching Shakopee Hockey streaming on YouTube. Supporting your PBC, Shakopee Sabres. Looks like we got Johnson up there at the face-off dot. Taking the face-off. Controls it nicely. Wins it right back. to was that Violet? Ponies walk in. Whoa! Big save by Johnson. And they had a backdoor opportunity, but the puck bounced up and over the Pony stick. Now up and out and deflected. They're calling icing. So once again, refs calling icing as the puck did not touch the Pony stick. 57.6 seconds remain in this opening frame of game number 2 for your Shakopee Sabres. All right, face-off back down deep. We got multiple white sweaters here, friendlies. Lenkeek tried to force it ahead, hit the stick of a Pony, red sweater, and got out, but not out. And once again, they are able to reverse it. Oh, quick whistle. Johnson had covered it, or had held on to it, popped out of his little perch, his little nest that he created there in the crease. And we got a favorable whistle by the refs on the far side, who could no longer see the puck. 38.5 seconds remain, opening period of this game number 2. All right, spun to the outside. Esch plays it up and finds open ice. It's got a good angle, so there's going to be no icing. And that's Erdahl racing to the puck. He wins that battle. Erdahl's got Esch and Culver there. Oh, Erdahl throws one in on net. Esch spins, turns, blocked by the Ponies, and now stepping into the play, that is Chesbo. Chesbo throws one just wide of the net, wraps around to the near boards. Culver, Esch, and Violet all able to hold the zone. 4-point-something seconds left, and that's how we'll do it after period number 1. There's the buzzer. After 1, Sabres lead the Ponies 1-0. We will be back for second period action after this. Thanks for watching.
One Hot and Ready Classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza. That sounds good. All right, we're about to get underway for second period action. 12 minutes on the clock. Puck is dropped. Sabres going from right to left on your radio dial. Picked up by, I don't know who, and that's Lewis now. Lewis picks it up, sends it up ahead. He hits Chesbo. Chesbo dumps it down deep into the offensive zone. Sabres go to work. We got Esch and Culver out there into the skates of the Ponies, and they're able to clear the zone. Bravo picks the puck up. Sabres hit the line and are good and dump it down deep. Now they go to work trying to get goal number 2 on the scoreboard. Chesbo pressures the Ponies. Bravo picks it up. He sends one towards the net just a little bit wide and hits outside. Lewis able to hold the zone. He dumps it back down deep. Chesbo behind the goal line is looking for the puck. He squirts it around, hits the stick of a Pony, and up and out. And thankfully, Lewis reads that like a short story and is able to control that puck. Now in offsides, 10:59, we have a whistle stoppage of play. All right, once again, similar colors out there. Sabres are wearing red and white exclusively. The ponies are wearing mostly red and white and black accents. So you're looking for the white jerseys out there. Flom steps in, gets the skates in the lane. Now the Sabres get it down deep, and they go to work behind the goal line for the ponies. They are quickly able to get it up off the boards and out. They hit the red line. They're waiting. Left and right wingers are waiting at the line. Shot in on net. Brody Johnson, quality save. Sends it over towards Lewis. Lewis sends it down. Missed a clearing or a holding attempt by the ponies, and so it goes the full length of the ice. Now picked up. That's Erdahl playing right along the boards. Not able to hold the zone, and so Violet right on the near boards is able to send it back down deep after the Sabres tag up. Wrapped around to the far boards. That is Oliver Johnson now picking it up. Spin and turn. That was by Kuiper. And Kuiper aided by Violet. And now the ponies ship it up ahead. Erdahl with a step ahead at 9:54. Able to gather the puck up. Bounces it off the boards. Johnson picks it up, sends it up ahead, not too deep into the zone, and so ponies quickly retreat the other way. Violet tried to ship it up ahead. Erdahl forced to come back hard, and Johnson with the save, 9:36. Big save by the birthday boy, Brody Johnson, 9:36, keeping the Sabres up 1-0. It's his birthday. All right, that's Culver at the dot. Sends it over towards Lenke. Ponies kind of control. They're walking in. They bring it in. Johnson smartly covers and regains control of the game. We'll have another face-off in the offensive zone. All right, Culver's coming off the ice. I'm not sure. We're waiting on another forward. So Culver's getting replaced by Oliver Johnson, coming out to take the face-off at this 9:27 mark in the second period. All right, picked up by Oliver Johnson. He has Kuiper to his left, just sent ahead. Kuiper racing to catch up to it, but a whistle catches it before he can catch up. So what could have been a nice breakaway was sent just out of the reach of Kuiper. And 9:13, we're back down deep in the defensive zone. Johnson sends it over to the far boards. And in there is a clearing by Bravo. It's a fluttering thing, but it's going the distance. And we'll have an icing and whistle at 9:01. Nope, 9 minutes left. Thank you. All right, Culver back out there. We have a penalty being called, and Ponies going for a trip at 8:54. Sabres going on the power play. Why is Culver skating there? They blew the whistle when the Ponies had possession, so I'm not sure why Culver's going to the box. That's unusual. Did I see something you didn't see? No. The Ponies had possession. They blew the whistle, but I guess it is the Sabre penalty kill. That doesn't make sense the way they blew the whistle. So as the first game went, will the second. The Sabres a man down. Hopefully we can control the puck here. That's Erdahl racing. Gets it up and out of the zone. Erdahl with a great effort. Offsides, blown dead. 1:36 left in the second period. 1:12 left in the penalty kill for the Sabres. We're going to do a center ice face-off, as that's where the puck was touched. And so we have Johnson, Flom, Erdahl, and Violet, your four penalty killers. Johnson tries to win it ahead. He does, and Ponies send it down deep. They're waving off icing. That was on the wrong side of the red line. That should not have been waved off, but oh, we'll deal with it. And Sabres look to get it up and out. And here Johnson springs himself. He's off to the races. Johnson tries to settle it down, shoots one in, and the goaltender made a miraculous save for the Ponies. And the Sabres have to hurry back the other way. Johnson sprung himself. And that was a great defensive play by Violet, able to strip that away from the streaking Ponies. 32 seconds left in the penalty kill. And here is Bravo picking the play up. He's marching in alone. Bravo gets hooked! Hook! And no call on the hooking on Bravo. Flom holds it into the zone. And sent out to some open ice. Lewis just trips it up ahead. Here is Bravo backhanding it towards Johnson. Johnson skates back deeper, but finds some room to march the puck out. 3 seconds left on the penalty kill, and the Sabres able to clear off the penalty. And Johnson could feed ahead if we can get a player out. And now Flom picks the puck up. Flom on his backhand just dumps it deep. He's got Bielke right there to offer support and played up along the near boards. That's Bravos chipping it up. Bouncing puck, trying to settle it down by Johnson. Picked up by the Ponies now behind their goal line. And this Pony is off to the races. Bravo slows up the entry by the Ponies. Lewis picks it up. He gets it up out of the zone. And Johnson, if he can catch up to the puck, has an opportunity the other way. Puck died, and centering attempt over to Bielke, just can't connect. Flom steps into the play, held out, and just kept at the goal line. That was Bravo, once again Bravo, holding the zone. Sabres changing as they're in the offensive zone. And now sent back in. Kuiper picks it up, tries to march through a Pony and can't. Lewis sends one in, offsides. 6:18 left, second period. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off for your Sabres. And they're saying it's center ice again. That should be that far dot right in front of the Sabres bench. But we'll go with it. All right. Culver at the faceoff dot. He's got Kuiper to his left and Lenkeek to his right. Lenkeek throws it in to the defensive or offensive zone. Not deep enough, but now Kuiper able to send it into the skates of a Pony, and they're able to slow it up before it hits their goaltender. Marching up out of the zone, they find a connection over to the far side. Drop pass to a late entrance by the Ponies. Once more, another drop pass. Almost to the blue line. They cycle it back around. Shot in on net. Great save by Lincoln Anderson, who I didn't even see got fresh out on the ice. So Brody Johnson was able to be perfect through his time in net. Lincoln Anderson takes the helm at the crease. And now here is Erdahl. Erdahl picks it up. Erdahl tries to get around. He gets around one. He skates around the other. He breaks himself free. Erdahl in. Erdahl shot. Big save by the Pony goaltender and a slap away by their defense to keep it out of the back. And there is a penalty as we have an interference call on the Ponies at 5:14. So your Sabres going on the power play midway through the second period. 5:14, the time of that penalty. Interference to call on the Stillwater Ponies. Oliver Johnson at the faceoff dot. He's got Esch to his right and Chesbo to his left. Lewis able to try to slap it up a little bit. Now stolen away by the Ponies, and the Ponies are off to the races shorthanded. We have Bravo and Chesbo chasing. Forced to the outside by Bravo. He skates right around, loose right out front. Anderson down and makes a save. Now squirts in, and Anderson forced to cover on the side of the net. 1:08 remain in the power play. 4:52 left in the second period. Danger zone for the Sabres, but they're lived to see another day. All right, Oliver Johnson wins it cleanly back towards Chesbo in the near corner. All right, now picked up Oh, Chesbo stripped of the puck right along the near boards. Now picked up once again. He regains control. He tries to spring Johnson. Sent well ahead and icing upcoming at 4:31 of the second period. So back down deep in the defensive zone on the power play for the Sabres. Score 1-0. Sabres lead the Ponies. Ponies able to keep the zone, a man down, and now picked up by Erdahl. Erdahl puts the Jets on. Oh, puck gets deflected off his stick. Bielke able to spin and send it down deep, but controlled by the Ponies. Out, Ponies still control it. They flip it up and out of the zone. Erdahl back, sends it wide. Goes Erdahl to Violet. Violet sends it up towards Bielke. Bielke centers to Flom. Flom marches in, shoots one right on net. Just can't catch up to the puck. Snows the goaltender a little bit, and he holds on for dear life to keep the game at 1-0. 3:57 left in the middle frame with 13 seconds left on the Sabre power play. Johnson at the dot for the Sabres. And now there's a puck drop by the goaltenders. Johnson controls, spins, turns it into the far corner, dumps it deep. Ponies first to reach it. They try to find some open ice. Held by Lewis. Lewis shot low. Oh, misses barely. And now right out to Lewis again. Lewis once again shot. Oh, stopped by Kuiper. I think he was trying to deflect it in. Instead, put the brakes on the puck. And now it's in the near corner. Walked in by Johnson. Johnson throws one in on net. Loose out front and a whistle and stoppage of play. 3:25. Sabres back at, the Ponies back at full strength. So let's take that off the scoreboard. There we go. And we will have a face-off deep in the offensive zone for your Sabres. Culver at the dot. Ash and Chesbo flanking him right and left. Culver gets tied up, tangoing with the Pony. Lewis tried to do a one-timer, couldn't settle the puck down. That's Esch over along the far boards. Bravo stepping up. Bravo able to get in the zone and able to hold the zone at least for a moment. And Ponies looking for an exit. Ponies find the exit. Chesbo waits and dumps it after the Sabres able to tag up. 2:59 and counting in the second period. Esch pressures. Ponies chip it up, and they're able to get it up and out of the zone and marching the other way. Well, offsides! Offsides! It's on camera. You guys are bad. Holy cripe-a-moly. Loose out front. And now Esch picks that up. The worst call of the game. The offsides that was seen by the blind man. Holy cow. 2:31. And finally a whistle. I can't see.
Offsides is the worst call, but the drifting down there.
I didn't even miss that. I was so deflected by the offsides. Ugh. All right, Johnson at the dot. Flom to the left, and that's Bielke to the right. Now picked up by the Ponies. Ponies march in. Ponies skip around. Erdahl sent towards the net wide. Bielke chasing after that offensive player. Now pushed to the outside along the near boards. Ponies send one in, and a glove save by Anderson. 2:10 and a whistle and stoppage of play. All right, same five out there for the Sabres. Johnson lost it over to the far corner where the Ponies put it. That is Violet keeping it deep, trying to control the puck. Ponies behind the net. Now that looks like Johnson finds it. He's got a little room. He chips it up and out. Bouncing puck lands on the stick of a Pony. They quickly turn it back. Flom battling, forcing him to stay to the outside. Now Flom picks it up, spins, turns, sends it up, but not out of the zone. And Ponies go towards the center. Picked up and now out of the zone and chipped up by Bielke. That's slow. 132 and icing shoot. Oh, not dirty enough ice. Puck comes all the way down 200 feet. 1:29 left in the period, and we'll have a deep defensive face-off for your Sabres. Sabres collapse down on. Big block shot by Culver. Culver sends it, or Ponies quickly turn it. They're good on side. Culver picks it up right in front of us. Culver now marching along the near boards. He's got Kuiper trailing him. Culver slows it up, puts the brakes on, tries to center, sends it right through the paint. Lenkeek just couldn't connect. Lenkeek battling on the foul. He spins and sends one back down deep. Ponies forced to retreat. 1 minute left in the second period, and the Sabres able to keep it deep. Race to the inside. Ponies able to cycle that up and out. Lewis tried to get it up. Checking! Olsen for the Ponies just hammered Bravo into the boards, and nothing. No call whatsoever. Their arm doesn't go in the air. 35 seconds remaining. All right, back the other way. Lewis battling with 3 Ponies. They march out with it. Ponies have possession of the puck. Send one. Lewis out front, and Anderson down. 20 seconds left. Bravo plays it slowly. It's in the far corner. They cycle it out to their defense. Shot in wide by the Ponies. Just 11 seconds left. And trip and fall. No call. There's Lewis. Lewis just sends it down the length of the ice. And we have a whistle with 1.2 seconds. Just let it end, everybody. 1.2, and the Ponies will have an offensive face-off. We're here from Breezy Point, where the reffing is questionable and the drinks are cold. That's Oliver Johnson at the dot. Let's hope he can just tie it up for that 1 second. Goes out to Erdahl. Erdahl smartly throws it in the corner. I think actually hit Chesbo, who was waiting over there on his skate blade, and he fell down and broke his crown. 12 minutes left in this game. Sabres lead 1-0 going into the third period. We'll be back right after this.
Little Caesars changed the Hot and Ready Classic and added 33% more pepperoni, which makes it 133% better pizza than before. I don't know, math is hard. It's really good. Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza. All right, that's right. Little Caesars is open until 10 p.m. That's 56 minutes of pizza bliss available to you for carryout or delivery. Go ahead, download the app, order right now, and you could be eating fresh, hot, and ready pizza before the end of this game if you want. Sabres lead 1-0 over the Stillwater Ponies. 12 minutes on the clock. They're going to be going from left to right in the offensive. The Stillwater Pony goaltender, as little as he may, has been playing a fantastic game. And so 12 minutes will decide the winner of this game, with the Sabres holding on to a delicate but commanding 1-0 lead. All right, Oliver Johnson at the faceoff dot. Esch and Chesbo flank him left and right. Esch battles, gets it up, and he breaks himself free. He's got Johnson with him. Johnson picks up the puck along the near boards. Johnson sends it towards the net, just wide and behind. Chesbo plays that puck. Johnson back to pick the puck up. He dumps it out to the defense. Violet settles it down. Violet sends one in towards the net and picked up by the Ponies now. Held in the zone by Erdahl, but the Ponies able to get up and out and send it ahead. And that should be icing. No, they were on the wrong side of the red line, but no icing. All right, Ponies play it deep in the Sabre zone. Sent out to their point. Sent in well wide, blocked by Erdahl. Erdahl makes the save, and Anderson, as the puck gets to the right winger, down deep, makes a huge game-saving save. 11:08 remain in this period. Once again, Little Caesars Chaska delivering all the Chaska, Chanhassen, Carver, Victoria, and most all of Shakopee. Order right now and get some pizza. All right, Bravo picks that up. Bravo tried to chip it up along the far boards, but instead held in the zone by the ponies, and that is Culver chasing. We have multiple Sabres sweaters chasing. There's Lewis finding some open boards. He sends it up and out of danger zone, and the ponies miss connection, and they send it back down deep into their zone. Now they get it up and out. Picked up now by Bravo right here on the near boards. He covers. He walks around. Bravo steps up in, and Bielke able to get it down deep. He's battling. Sends it towards the net. Picks up by Flom. Flom backhand. Shot towards the net. Saved by the goaltender. Flom now tries to center. Now pushed away to the outside. Bielke along the near corner. Sends one in. Just, Culver tried to connect and redirect. Culver picks it up, keeps it down deep, pushed off the puck. He sends one right towards the net, and Flom battling right out there. Gets knocked down. That is an interference call if I've ever seen one in my life. And no arm whatsoever. All right, other way, Ponies march. Send one in on that. That's no. Bull. It can't clink and go in. The way it came out, it's on camera. You guys are horrible. It's on camera. No goal. They're calling these refs. We need to never ever come back to Breezy because this is horse shit. Sorry for the swearing. Johnson coming in now. Johnson breaks himself free. Shot goal for your Sabres. That is what a goal looks like. It goes in the back of the net. I have that one. That was not a goal. What? It hit the side post and came directly out. It never went in. You wouldn't hear the ding if it went in the back of the net. There's no metal in the back of the net. It's not possible. No, there's not. It hit the side pipe. It wouldn't be possible. It should be 2-0. Yeah. All right, played out. Chipped up, and Kuiper tried to jump over the blue line, but offsides is the whistle. 9:11 remains. Sabres quickly answer the Ponies' goal, and so 2-1 is the score here late in the third period. Sorry, I've had questions about refereeing this entire tournament, and I don't believe what I saw was a goal. Here's a goal. Culver now marching in. Sends one in on that just wide. Pony's goaltender had that net covered, and so the only option was to send it wide. Now they send it up and out. Bravo back. Slows up the entry. Still just delaying the entry by the Ponies. And now the Ponies lay on it, get it up and cleared out. What a great defensive play by Mr. Nolan Bravo. Sent up ahead. Lewis uses the near boards, tries to slow up the entry, and now the Ponies send it back the other way. Esch has the support of Lewis. Lewis wraps it around deep in the zone. Head over by the Ponies. Bravo chips it up, hits a Pony goaltender, waved off, 8-12 and counting. It hit number 15 as it was coming out of the zone. Stripped of the puck by Johnson. Oh, loose out front. Oh, big save by Anderson, and not held onto. Thankfully cleared up and out of the zone so everyone can regroup. Ponies gather it up, and that's a hard charging Chesbo trying to get to the puck. Ponies switch the other way quickly. Bielke first to the puck. He gets on his forehand. Has multiple Ponies attack him, and now finally up and out. That's Chesbo trying to feed Johnson. Johnson loses the puck as it comes the other way. As you can hear from my voice, I'm screaming and cheering and doing everything I can to help the Sabres out. Wrapped around. Erdahl backhands it deep into the zone. 7:17 and counting in the third period. Picked up now. Flom tries to control it. Tipped off by the Ponies. Erdahl steps into the play. Holds his own. Flom chips it up and just wide of the net. And there's Bielke spinning, trying to send it towards the net. Ponies in the passing lane, so unable to get it up. And now the Ponies break themselves free. And Erdahl unable to get it, but thankfully well ahead the puck goes. And so that saves Lincoln Anderson from having to make a quality save. Flipped up and ahead. Flom playing the puck. Flom protecting the puck as he carries in. Loses his footing as the Ponies are hard on the puck. And that's Culver getting spun around and knocked down. Ponies with the puck up and carrying out of the zone. And now we have the Ponies in. Erdahl with a great back check. Pushes the puck to the near corner. Ponies deep in the Sabres zone though. Comes out, that's Lenke. Tries to settle it down. Anderson down on his pads. Makes us, I think, the save. Goes behind the net, and that's Lenke once again picking it up. And now chipped ahead by Johnson. Johnson sends it ahead after he hits the red line, so there's no icing. Johnson first there. Johnson centers! Oh, to the wrong color sweater! 5:56 remaining as the Sabres change on the backside of that play. Fresh on the ice. That is Bravo once again. Bravo tries to settle the puck down. Lenke able to keep it in the zone, at least for now. And once again held by Bravo there in front of the Ponies bench. Sabres good at the line. They dump it back down deep, killing off precious seconds for the Ponies. They pick it up behind the goal line. Picked up by, Lewis I thought was going to get it. There's Bravo just pushing it to the outside. Johnson spins, sends it up towards Lewis. And in offside at 5:21, we have a neutral ice. Again, that should be at this face-off dot right here, Mr. Refs, not at the center dot. We'll take the center dot because that favors us, but that's not where it should be. So, here we go, 5:21 left, 2-1 Sabre thin lead over the Ponies. Chesbo at the dot this time now, new look center. Chesbo backs it ahead, right on the stick of a Pony. Ponies slap it against the near boards. And they're able to get it back down deep. Let's get that on camera. They walk in, picked up by Erdahl now. Erdahl pulls it ahead. Erdahl pulls it off the boards. He gets slowed up, gets it up and out of the zone. Ponies can't control it, and Erdahl stays with the play. Erdahl marches in. Erdahl loses the puck in the Ponies' legs. And behind the goal line, Ponies pick that up. There's Erdahl, Esch, and somebody. Is that Chesbo back behind the goal line? Here it's backed up and out. Violet slows that up. Violet hits the red line, dumps it back down deep smartly. 4:36 remaining in the game. There's Chesbo playing the puck. He spins, tries to feed anybody. There's no white sweater out front, unfortunately. Spin and turn. That was Esch that tried to get any sort of momentum back towards the net. Ponies play it along the near boards. Icing waves off as it must have been tipped. And Ponies play it deep into the zone. There's Erdahl once again, batting it along the near boards. And into the belly of Anderson. I'm not sure if you saw that, but he had great position. And so stopped that puck from hitting the back of the net. Very good game. Sabres are missing one. Sabres need one more. There we go. Bench realizes that. Thankfully, the ref did too. Otherwise, he could have dropped the puck with the Sabres shorthanded. Johnson at the faceoff dot. Not controlled by anybody right now. Now sent up. And Kuiper gets it up and out of the zone. Ponies forced to spin, try to get it out. Lewis sends it up and down the length of the ice. Deflected off of number 10. So no icing. There is Flom behind the goal line. Slows up the puck. Reverses the other way. Sends it towards the net. Loose out. Loose. It's on the goaltender. And there is a whistle. Flom poking a little bit before the whistle is blown. 3:47 left in the game. Deep into the Ponies zone. You poke until the whistle. It's a good play. Yeah. All right, deep in the zone. Flom able to reverse it, sends it right in on net to the surprise of the Pony goaltender. Proper positioning saved that goal for him. 3:31 left. Another faceoff deep into the Pony zone. Play to the whistle. Absolutely play to the whistle. Lenkeek tried to control it. Ponies found some open ice. Sends it just wide of Violet. He's racing back. He'll be the first to touch it. Violet has Erdahl to his left. Left, right, left. I'm holding my fingers up to figure that one out. And now still deep in the zone. There is a step up by Erdahl. Erdahl chips it up and out. And now picked up by Culver. Culver has himself a little lead. Culver sends one up and just wide of the net. Ponies look to answer and go the other way. They're taking their time. Erdahl with a great back, or that was Lenkeek, I'm sorry, with a great back check, able to not allow them to get a shot off. Now picked up and up along the near boards. Now chipped up and Erdahl trying to get it out. Erdahl gets it out of the zone. The Ponies able to get back to the line before the whistle. And now off the skate blade from the Ponies. There is Culver. Culver finds open ice, sends it up and out. 2:25 left. And now Bielke, all alone, has two Ponies surrounding him, galloping along. And Ponies come back the other way. We just have one Saber back with the Ponies marching. Shot high over the head of Anderson. And that is Erdahl. Erdahl gets tangled up and multiple Ponies fall down too. I don't know what happened there along the near boards, but somebody fell down and hurt themselves maybe. I don't know. Violet gets his stick in there, deflects it well wide. We're at 150 and counting left in the game. And, oh, almost a great clearing attempt. That was by Chesbo. Thought he found an opening at the blue line, but the Ponies were able to hold it. Now it comes squirting out. Ponies have to retreat to gather it up. Chesbo steals it away. Chesbo, oh, can't break free. Sabres are changing on the fly, and we had way too many men. That was a missed call on the refs. Sabres should have had too many men called there. All right, that is Esch finding some open ice. He hits Chesbo. Chesbo walks in. Chesbo on his backhand. So deep, and now a cover with 1:09 left, deep in the Pony zone. That was too many men on us. We had six guys. There was a sixth guy that touched it. Well, it should have been bone dead before because we had six guys out there. I'm just saying, I call it both ways. All right, timeout by somebody. I wasn't close enough to see. My eyes don't work that well. All right, I think the Ponies are calling timeout. 1:09 left. Down by one, late in the third period. My guess is they're trying to figure out what to do when they get it cleared out of the offensive zone on how to pull their goaltender Johnson, who's been outstanding in net so far, making sure he has clear communication of when he needs to clear that crease to get that extra attacker out there. This is a 4-game pool play tournament, so this is a crucial win for either team. And I'm out of breath and out of voice. Breezy Point, Minnesota. Cold, but there's no snow on the ground, so we're happy with that. 1:09 left. And the Sabres are sending out Johnson, Erdahl, Lewis, Chesbo, and Bravo. They're 5 on the ice with 1:09 left. Johnson wins it right over to Erdahl. Erdahl's son dumps it back down deep, taking out precious seconds. They try to wrap it along the near boards. Erdahl able to keep it back down deep. 1 minute remains in the period. Erdahl still holds the zone. He cycles it back down to Johnson. Johnson tries to center it out there. Chesbo, slapper, does not reach the net, and the Ponies come racing out, galloping out, shall you say. Hits Lewis. Lewis sends it back the other way, and now back. Icing should be the call at 39.2 seconds. Woo! We're about 4 furlongs away from the finish of this game. 39.2 seconds left. Sabres with a nose lead over the Ponies. Bouncing puck, pushed deep by Johnson, picked up by the Ponies behind their net, and the Sabres just want to try to hold it down. That was Bravo trying to play with a high stick. Here's Lewis picking it up. He races behind the goal line. Lewis sends it over to the far boards, picked up by Chesville, sent ahead, and that's Lewis sending it again. And now chipped up ahead, and we have Johnson off to the races. Empty net, empty net, empty net. No, picked up by the Ponies. I have a button for that. There we go. Sent up ahead, and now Bravo slows up the entry. 4 seconds remain in the game, and your Sabres will live to see another day as they take down the Stillwater Ponies 2-1 in a battle of the ages. Woo! Thank you. Good game. Have a good tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you caught everything, but like I said, we were focused on that extra man, and we didn't see the takedown.
Yeah,
It's all
exactly. We're all right. Here we go. Exactly. All right. Handshakes after the game, and your Sabres will go into tomorrow 1-1 to take on. We have Blaine and. Just this team. Yeah. Thank you. Have a great tournament. I appreciate it. I try. I say a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, you were standing behind me last night for like 15 I want to get your foot off it. And he's like, on top of it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, ESPN?
No. Sometimes your brain just starts going in overdrive.
No, he's like, I just imagine what people would be saying behind me.
Yeah.
He's like,
Sure. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, your Sabres live to see another day. They take down the Stillwater Ponies 2-1 in the last game of the tournament for the day. Your Sabres will be in action again tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., taking on Wyzetta Gray. Not any other color, just Wyzetta Gray at 10:30 tomorrow morning here on YouTube. So follow Shakopee Hockey streaming on YouTube to watch that game tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. We'll see game number 3 from Breezy Point. I would say international, but the Breezy Point Ice Arena. I don't know what it's actually called. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.